Hello everyone, and today we are talking about a very powerful project named Metro Awakening. A haunting dive into the depths of post-apocalyptic survival. The Metro series has long been revered for its gripping narratives, immersive world building, and intense survival mechanics. With Metro Awakens, the franchise takes a bold leap into virtual reality, offering players an even more visceral and atmospheric experience developed by Vertigo Games in collaboration with 4A Games. This entry remains the iconic post-apocalyptic world through the lens of VR, placing players directly into the haunting depths of the Moscow metro system, story, and atmosphere. A prequel with deep narrative roots. Unlike previous Metro titles, Metro Awakening serves as a prequel to the events of Metro 2033, introducing players to a new protagonist, Sergei, a doctor turned survivor who must navigate the horrors of the underground while uncovering dark secrets. The story remains faithful to the Dmitry Gluchovsky inspired universe, emphasizing physiological tensions, moral dilemmas, and humanity's desperate struggle for survival. The game's atmosphere is one of its strongest aspects, capturing the oppressive, claustrophobic nature of the metro tunnels from the flickering dim lights to the distant echoes of mutated creatures lurking in the darkness. Metro Awakening fully immerses players in its bleak and unforgiving world. Gameplay: survival horror meets VR immersions. Metro Awakening redefines the franchise signature survival horror gameplay through the power of virtual reality. Unlike its predecessors, which blended first-person shooter mechanics with resource management, this installment focuses on interactive environmental storytelling, slow burn tensions, and physical engagement. Key gameplay elements include manual weapon handling. Players must physically reload and maintain their weapons, adding a layer of realism and tensions to combat. Stealth and survival mechanics. Limited ammunition and scarce resources force players to rely on stealth, making every encounter a life or death decisions. Handcrafted puzzles. VR interactions is heavily utilized in puzzle solving, whether it's manually open jammed doors or decoding encrypted messages. Flashlight and gas mask management, as in previous Metro games, light sources and oxygen filters play a critical role in survival. But now players must physically replace filters and shake their flashlight to keep it working. VR experience, fire you can touch. Metro Awakening is built from the ground up for VR, leveraging hand tracking, realistic physics, and immersive audio design to elevate the tensions. Unlike traditional Metro games where players simply press a button to perform actions, here you must physically interact with the world, unscrewing wells, reloading weapons manually, and rummaging through supplies in the dark. The sound design is a standout feature, amplifying the game's horror elements. The distant growth of mutants, the whispers of unseen horrors, and the eerie silence of abandoned tunnels create an unsettling atmosphere that feels incredibly real in VR. Visuals and performance, balance between beauty and functionality. Usually, Metro Awakening maintains a serious, signature, gritty realism as the tunnels of post-apocalyptic Moscow rendered in stunning detail with dynamic lighting and volumetric fog enhancing the immersive ambitions. The game's VR optimizations ensure smooth performance, uh, prioritizing fluid motions and responsive controls However, due to hardware limitations of VR headsets, some visual sacrifices are evident, such as reduced texture detail in certain areas. Nonetheless, the overall experience remains highly immersive with environmental storytelling and lighting effects doing much of the heavy lifting. Conclusion a bold and terrifying step for the franchise. Metro Awakening successfully brings the iconic survival horror elements of the series into the realm of virtual reality, offering an experience that is both tense and deeply immersive. While it differs from the traditional Metro formula in terms of pacing and gameplay mechanics.